Yeah. Stokes. We in the building. South Jersey music.
Was goody. It's your boy Jerz. This the TheYurpJerz Raiders Podcast, man. And we here. Been a while. Successful so far Offseason. But I don't want to really get into that until later on to the show, man. Welcome to the first episode, man, of the TheYurpJerz Raiders Podcast. First, I want to shout out a few people. My wife, my bro Mill, my bro Blaze. They got a podcast, so really got me wanting to do that and stuff like that. So shout out to them. Go check them out. The Smoke Session Podcast, man. Go check them out. It's dope. They give you all the information, crypto, all that currency stuff, man. They really into that. So go check them out. Some other people I want to shout out. Graphic Raider, CNG, Wasted Talent, Unlimited, Raider Honcho, Hammer. There's a few guys out there. Scout, man. I watched all these guys, man, and I just wanted to say a big shout out to them because they basically influenced me to do this. I ain't gonna lie, I really ain't had the courage or nothing like that to do it, but as time went on, and my wife and my folks and stuff been asking me, man, when you gonna do a podcast? You know a lot about the Raiders, you know a lot about sports and stuff like that. So yeah, shout out to all of them. I want to thank y'all, and yeah, let's go on with the show. So we're gonna talk about the offseason. We're gonna talk about new coaching staff, free agent signings that's still available, and my top 5, the top 7 free agents that's still available. My bad. So yeah, let's get right into it. So, and I got my little cue cards, you feel me? So yeah, so how the season ended last year, didn't really expect it to go how it went, you know. But it's cool, you know. And it led us to having Pete Carroll. But before I get into Pete Carroll, I want to give a shout out to AP, man. I wish it could have worked. He really did kind of change the culture, you know, in the building. He got the best out of players, and I just want to wish him nothing but the best. And man, I just wish it worked out and at least gave him a second year. But you know, that's just how it is. You know, if you can't get the job done, then you know, we'll gotta replace you for somebody who will get the job done. You know. So yeah, that was a crazy season. Like I said, I think he could have did a little bit more, and he'd have been good. But you know, it's the first time for everything. I'm pretty sure he gonna learn from what he didn't do or what he could have did better throughout the season, and as a head coach, and hopefully we see him back there again, because you know, Raider Nation still love AP, you know. So that's all I gotta say about that and how the season went. Let's talk about the new coaching staff and the Tom Brady effect. You know, Tom Brady, Tom Terrific, TB12. You feel me? I think it was the great addition. I couldn't wait to get him in. I couldn't wait for him to be a minority owner. I think he brings a lot to the table. I think he brings the experience of winning the championship. He knows how to win. He knows about the winning culture and all that. And yeah, I think, having Tom Brady in is the trump card. He the key. There's a lot of players in the NFL that still look up to him. They want him. They got a lot of questions they need to ask him or whatnot. He's had ties with a lot of players and stuff whatnot. Let's see. He got ties with Shador. Hopefully, maybe. If it's looking like we need another quarterback, even though we gonna got Geno Smith, but we'll get to that too later. We'll get to that too. But anyways, later, yeah. Tom Brady, man, he's the GOAT. Top 5 best QB ever, if you want to say. I know people want to put Patrick Mahomes and what he did, but yeah, you gotta still show me, because TB12 still the GOAT to me. You feel me? So yeah, Pete Carroll, good old Pete. I love the hiring of Pete Carroll. He's a winner. He's a respected coach, not only in the locker rooms, but around the NFL. He is, I want to say, like a pillar or whatever you want to say. I don't know. That might be the wrong word. Who knows? But yeah, man, Pete Carroll, man, he's that dude. Pete Carroll, he's won in college. He's won in the NFL. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won a Super Bowl. He's won a national championship. So the pedigree is there. The championship pedigree, the knowing to win, all that's there. And I feel like that's something we've been lacking since Gruden's first stint here. I know that was a long time ago, but yeah, I say since Gruden, he's like probably like the best coach we've had since Gruden's first stint. Don't even want to speak on Gruden's second stint here, even though I know we was trending in the right direction before all the BS happened with the emails and all that bull. But and as far as and there's another coach too. There's another coach that was dope. 2016, Jack Del Rio. I know some people's like, Jack, nah. But Jack was that dude when he was with us in 2016. He actually really, that coaching staff really turned things around. And I thought we was gonna, do some shit. I thought we was gonna do something, you feel me? But, we lost DC to do the injury, and then the whole John Gruden wanted to come back, so that just like put an end to that. But I liked that year was a great year for one of the great years for us too. But back to Pete Carroll though, man. I think he's going to get the respect from the players. As you can see, he's already got respect. He's earned respect in that locker room so far. And he's gotten some people to come here, along with Tom Brady and Chip Kelly, which next person we finna talk about, Chip Kelly. Shout out to Chip Kelly, man. I think he's an offensive-minded guru. He's a genius. He knows the ins and outs when it comes to the offense. He knows how to schematically get people open, the receivers. He gets the best out of his players. As you can see, he just won a national championship with Ohio State. So, yeah, man, I'm suited about that, because it's been a while since we had a competent offensive coordinator. Like, it's been a while since we had a really good offensive coordinator. Shoot, it's been a while since we had a really good coach too. But the time is now. Chip Kelly gonna do his thing, and we're gonna see that this coming offseason. And we retained 2 coaches too. Rob Leonard and Patrick Graham. They two of the GOATs to me. As far as last couple of seasons since they've been in the building, they've been excellent. Rob Leonard has gotten the best out of Adam Butler. He's gotten the best out of all the younger guys that's on there. Tyree Wilson, even though hasn't been that big of an impact being the number 7 overall pick or being a first round pick at that from last year or a few years back. He's going into his 3rd season, I believe. So, and I can see still something good coming out of Tyree Wilson. I think Rob Leonard he's not finished product. I believe he's going to get, this year, he'll get the most out of Tyree Wilson. And Patrick Graham he's just been great. He's just been great. He's gotten the best out of a lot of our defensive players. Merrick. Who else? Clavion Chason. Who else? Did I say Merrick again? So Spillane. It's a bunch of people out there. Jacorian Bennett. I remember Jacorian Bennett's first season, he was just horrible. He was just trash. He was getting done dirty. Second year came back, and look, I don't even think he let a pass go his way last year. Even though he got hurt, he played about a good 10 games, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. I'm just going off the head right now. But yeah. So, and I can't forget our new GM, John Spytek. We know that John Spytek has been around the league for quite some time. He went to Michigan with Tom Brady, and he was also with the Buccaneers when Tom Brady was there. I believe he got Tom Brady to come there. So yeah, he's Spytek. He's been making some good moves so far. Also, we got to give him his credit. Can't give him too much credit right now because we don't know how these is gonna pan out. But yeah, we give him some credit, man, for right about now. On the players he picked, the contracts he signed so far, trained for Geno. He's been doing some stuff, man. He's been moving, and usually we're not used to that. We're not used to us moving and making moves and stuff like that. So shout out to John Spytek, man. And yeah, I think this is gonna be one of them ones. I would definitely take him over what's his name? Zealer or whatever. And definitely take him over John Gruden, because man, that boy couldn't pick nothing if he wanted to. He couldn't pick a grape out of a bowl if he wanted to. I'm just saying. I mean, there's just so many bad picks that we had, and first round picks too, also, that we done had. So, But shout out to John Spytek. So segment 3, let's go to the re-signings. Let's talk about the free agent signings. So, offseason, we paid my man Max. Shout out to Max Crosby, man, getting his bread. You feel me? Max has been the best player since he stepped into the Raiders facility. Being a 5th round pick, he's just been a dog. My man, a dog, bro. And he got it out the mud. People have God-gifted talent, you know? Max has talent, but he got it out the mud talent. You feel me? Like, he gonna get his, he gonna make sure that he do everything possible to be one of the greats. And you can't do nothing but love it, you know? You can't do nothing but love it. You look, if I had a best friend, goddamn, it'd be Max. For real, because he gonna give you your all, you know that he gonna always have your back. So shout out to Max Crosby, man, getting his money, being one of the highest paid non-quarterbacks in the league. Yeah, man, so that and he earned it too. He definitely earned it. Malcolm Kuntz, man, I was screaming for the top of my lungs for us to bring back Malcolm Kuntz. Like, I wanted Malcolm Kuntz, like, I wish we could have gave him like a 2-year deal, but that's cool, you feel me? 1-year deal, $12 million, that's great right there. That's great value. And that's another thing with John Spytek giving us great value in all our free agent pickups so far. Like, it's even our re-signings, you know? Even our re-signings, like, I would trade it for the world, you know? Like, these guys are great pickups. Not only did we lose some of the people like Merrick and Hobbs, and I love Merrick, I love Hobbs, man. I wish we could have made it work, but, you know, before I even say this, Raider Honcho said something like that stuck out to me when he said, we're fans. When we see us pick up certain players in the draft and we see them develop and we watch them over the years, it's like, dang, why couldn't we retain them? And I understand, like, our hearts is for them first, you know, but, you know, I gotta go with what Graff and them said too. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not just gonna pay what you're not really worth. Now, shout out to them because they got their money, but the price was just, it was too much. I don't think we was gonna be able to pay them. We could have paid them, but not for that price, man. Like, people get overpaid, you know, a lot. And we gonna see though. We gonna see. I hope they turn up for their teams though, man. I really do. I really hope they turn up for their teams. But yeah, Kuntz, man, signed a 1-year deal for $12 million. Thought that was a great value and a steal. Our first signing was Isaiah Palomar, you know. I thought he was a dog too, UDFA, cousin of you know, Troy Polamalu, hard hitter. What is he, like 6'4", 220, something like that, man. Big dude, man. And that's another thing of what Pete Carroll likes in his guys, his secondary. Tall guys, athletic, people that can tackle, guys that can tackle and stuff. And yeah, it's looking like that. It's looking like the old Legion of Boom, but the new in Vegas, you feel me? So, you know, Adam Butler, 3-year deal. He deserves it. He is another guy that's kind of like Max, got it out the mud. People read him off, saying, "Oh man, he's a little bit old and stuff, and he can't stop the run, or he's this and that with the pass rush and stuff." Look, let me tell you something here. Look ahead. Adam Butler has outplayed each contract he's gotten for the past couple years. The last time we paid him, I think he outplayed that contract. The contract when we first got him, he outplayed him. I don't know if this is his second contract with us or his third. I'm not sure. But even if it was 2 contracts that he's gotten with us, he's outplayed him. You know, he's not only a a dog. He's a leader. The man, you can see that the defensive line, some people on the defensive line, the younger guys, they gravitate to him. He teaches them. He's helping out Tyree Wilson, even when Tyree Wilson was going in the moving inside the line to the defensive line and playing D tackle sometimes, and Butler was right there helping him out, showing him the ropes. And that's the type of guys we need, people that's gonna go the extra mile for their brother, always have their brother back, and my brother's keeper, You need them type guys on the team, you know what I'm saying? And he does most of the dirty work too. His run game has gotten better. And his pass game it gets better year by year, week by week, So, yeah, man, shout out to Adam Butler. Now we can talk about the free agent pickups that we got. But first I want to talk about the trade for Geno Smith. Man, we know Geno, and we know that my guy is going to put on a show every Sunday. He going to give it his all. Now, the contract still didn't come out. I think they still working on the work. They still in the works with his contract, so hopefully we can get him in here and get him signed soon. I mean, he's already in the building, but let's just hope we can get him signed soon so we can see what else we could do. Probably try to make other moves, maybe at like wide receiver. Probably go get us another guard or another tackle in free agency. So, but Geno Smith, man, Geno Smith, and I'm just going over I'm just going over the guys that we got. I'll go over like their stats and stuff later. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's see. So, Geno Smith. He's been with the Seahawks from 2021 to 2024. 2021, he had about 702 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, QB rating of 103. I want to say in 2021, that's when Russell Wilson was on his way out and Geno was coming in. 2022, 2022 was his best season under Pete Carroll at that too. 4,282 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, QB rating of 100.9. Yeah, he balled out that year, and that was the year that Pete Carroll was here. That was the year that was the year Pete Carroll, because I think Pete Carroll was there he was there 2022 and 2023. In 2023, Geno Smith had 3,624 yards, 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, a QB rating. It dropped a little to 92.1, but it's still top 5, top 10. 2024, he had another good year, which was last year. He had 4,320 yards, 21 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, a QB rating still high at 93.2. Also ranked 5th in the NFL with career high 100.9 passer rating. You can't tell me we didn't get better at the quarterback position. You can't tell me that we didn't. Wow. And check this out. He also led the league with 9 games with a 70 or higher completion percentage and 10 games with a 100+ passer rating. I don't see A. O'Connell doing that. I don't see Aiden O'Connell doing that. And no shade to AOC. I fuck with AOC. I like AOC. But he wasn't doing that. Minshew wasn't doing that. Desmond Ridder wasn't doing that either. And I ain't even gonna go and say anything about Carter Bradley because he was just a rookie last year. So, yeah, like it's crazy work out there, man. Crazy work out there. But let's get back to it. So, our next person we got. My bad. I'm shuffling through my cue cards, so forgive me. But yeah, and we traded him for a third. Now some people thinking, so we had 2 third-round draft picks, right? We had 2 of them. People are thinking that we were giving up our first third-round draft pick, which turns out not to be true. Turns out that we gave up our second third-round draft pick. Same draft pick we got. Same draft pick we traded Devontae Adams for. So you can just say, you can say we basically traded Geno Smith for Devontae Adams. We can easily say that. Then we picked up guard Alex Kappa. Alex Kappa played with Tom Brady back in, I forgot what year did they win the Super Bowl? What year did Tom Brady win the Super Bowl? I have to get back to you on that next episode. But yeah, he won with Tom Brady, and then I think after that he been with the Bengals and he's been hurt. But if we can get a good solid Alex Kappa back, if we can get that Alex Kappa from Tampa, oh man, that shores up our offensive line too. So he'll be joining JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson. We done moved him to his position. His regular position was at center. Andre James is no longer with us. He's gone. Andre James he's no longer with us. He's gone. So yeah, I think he can battle it out with Dylan Parham. To be honest, I think that, they could battle it out and see who the best man win. If I don't know if Alex Kappa could play both sides, left guard and right guard. I'm not sure about that. So don't quote me on that. But Dylan Parham can play both sides. He's played left guard, he's played right guard too, and he's also played center. So I believe, that if they can have, if Alex Kappa can at least have a really good season this year, I believe that our offensive line has gotten better. So yeah, that's enough on Alex Kappa. Jeremy Chin, hard hitter. Jeremy Chin has only been in the league for 4 years. He's played his first 3 years was in Carolina. 2020, he racked up 117 total tackles. He's had 68 solo tackles. He's had 49 assist tackles. He had 1 sack, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 interception. And that was one of his best seasons. 2021, he played in 16 total games. Games played. 2020, he games played 15. Total tackles in 2021, 107. Went down not too much, about 10. Solo tackles, 75. Assist tackles, 32. He had 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception. 2022 games played, 11. Looks like he took a little step back in 2022. He had 70 total tackles, 51 solo, 19 assist tackles, 1 sack. He had no forced fumbles and no fumble recoveries and no interceptions. Looks like in 2023, it was kind of like the same as 2022. Not many games played at that. He played in 12 games, but the production wasn't there too much with 30 total tackles, solo 18, assist 12. He had 1 sack, no forced fumbles. He had no interceptions in that game. In that season, 2024 in Washington, that's when he went to Washington, which was last year. You know, that historic, epic season Washington Commanders had. Shout out to my cousin Jules, because he's a Washington fan. So, 2024 in Washington, he played all 17 games. He had the same amount of tackles he had as a rookie in Carolina in 2020 with 117. He had 73 solo tackles, 44 assist tackles, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception. So my guy was balling last year. And that's the reason why we went and got him, because we felt like he can replace Merrick. Look, Merrick played all over the place. He played on the left side, free safety. He played some strong safety. He came in, we moved him inside to the box, little slot. Now, look at Jeremy Chin. You could say he did the same thing. Swiss Army knife. That's his natural position, though. That's his natural position, is a Swiss Army knife, where he could play strong, come inside the box, maybe play a little slot, maybe, move him all over the place, move him across, near the line of scrimmage, put him out there, do something, rush the passer. That's what we brought him in here to do. If I'm not mistaken, we signed him to a 2-year deal. If I'm not mistaken. Then we got Lottie Johnson. Let's talk about Lottie Johnson now. So Lonnie played for the Texans from 2019 to 2021. His best season was in 2021. He recorded 55 total tackles, 38 solo, 17 assists, and he had 3 interceptions. 2022 and 2023. In 2024, he jumped around from a few teams. The Titans, and I want to say the Titans was in 22. The Saints in 23. And then he was in Carolina in 24. Also recorded another interception with the Saints when he was with the Saints. So he has 4 interceptions altogether. Not much production, but, he's another big body corner. He can do it all. I don't know if he could play man press. We're going to have to see. But we'll probably, put him on special teams. He could be a special teams guy too, and then try to work his way into the starting lineup of the defense, or even getting some burn in the defense. So it's not much on Lonnie like that. And then we got another guy, Elandon Roberts. Elandon Roberts started in New England, won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady too. And I didn't even know that at first. I didn't know that until I looked it up. Um, 2016 to 2019, he was with Miami. Oh, no, he was with New England from 2016 to 2019. 2020 to 2022 had his best years. In 2022, he recorded 107 total tackles, 39 assists, 68 solo tackles. He had 4.5 sacks. Then went to Pittsburgh from 2023 to 2024. Also followed that with that good 2022 season that he had with a good 2023 season. He recorded 101 total tackles, 68 solo, 33 assists, and he had 2.5 sacks. Played all 16 games, except for one, in 2023, and then played in all 17 games in 2024. So, he's a hard-hitting guy. Just Jeremy Chin, he's one of them too. He's a hard-hitting safety, and then we got the hard-hitting linebacker. Anybody who comes from Pittsburgh, any linebackers, I feel like they're really good. Like, cause Pittsburgh Steelers always have a good defense. Don't matter if it's a defensive lineman, a corner, a safety. Like, they usually have good picks. You know what I'm saying? Like, they usually have good players over there. So, and Spillane was over there 2-3 years ago. And now we got Elandon Roberts. You know, PPF grade in the run was the highest, I think, out of a linebacker with 97. Was his PPF grade 97.9, I believe. So the man can hit. The man can get to the quarterback. He can get to the running back too. You feel me? So, yeah. Shout out to Landon Roberts, man. I'm glad he's on the team. Eric Stokes. Yeah. Eric Stokes. He played all 4 years from 2021 to 2024 with the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay has always, well, I ain't gonna say always, but Green Bay has had some really good corners. Zaire Alexander, if I'm not mistaken, I think they had a JJ Stokes too, if I'm not mistaken, back there. I might be tripping. I don't know about that one. I might be tripping on that one, but Green Bay, they always have good defensive players too. Eric Stokes though. 2021, he played 16 games. He had 55 total tackles. He had 43 solo tackles, 12 tackles, assist tackles. 1 interception, had a down year in 2022 and 2023, missing a lot of games due to injury. Played only 9 games in 2022 and 3 games in 2023. 2024, he got healthy and played in all 17 games, recording 41 tackles, total tackles, 29 solo tackles, 12 assist tackles. He didn't have an interception, so I mean, I feel like that's good that he was healthy last year, so he could be able to. We can really see what his potential is and what he can do with a brand new team, brand new scheme. Yeah, so I can't wait to see him play either. I'm really interested in watching him play. And the last guy that we signed so far, Raheem Mostert. Shout out to Raheem Mostert, man. I remember a long time ago when he first came in. Let me see. Let me see if I wrote it down. So he's played a lot. Yeah, but the last but not least, Latest free agent, Raheem Mostert, played in the league from 2015 to 2024. So, in 2015, right, I was watching the TV show is still on too on is it ESPN? No, not ESPN. NFL Network, and I think it was Peter Schrager. Forgive me. I think it was Peter Schrager or the other guy. I forgot his name. But they were having takes on what rookie that year was going to be good, and I don't know if it was Peter Schrager. I think it was Peter Schrager, but he's the one who said he was talking about Raheem Mostert, and he said he's gonna be a dog one. He's gonna be a really good running back. So, you know, as time went on, he didn't really play that much in the beginning of this season, of his years. Like, it wasn't until he only played like 1 year in Baltimore. He played 1 year in Cleveland, and he played like 1 year in Chicago, I think. Yeah. But when he got to the 49ers is when he didn't really play at first when he got to the 49ers either. He played 6 years there. It wasn't until, I want to say, 2023. His best games was in 2023. He recorded 1,012 in 2023, but that wasn't with the 49ers. That was with the Miami Dolphins, and that's when he really started coming out. You feel me? Like, pause. Like, that's when he really showed his behind. You know, he like, I'm finna show y'all. 1,012 yards, right? Then turn around, and that's rushing yards. He played 15 games. He had 209 carries, like one of the most, like, that's a lot of carries. 200 carries. Shit, 100 carries is a lot. This man had 209 carries. He had 18 total touchdowns that season with a 4.8 yards per carry. That's at least top 5, maybe top 7, at least, yeah. And then he had 9 career fumbles out of 75 carries. Not 75. I'm stupid. 759 carries. He only lost the ball 9 times. That's great. He can hold on to the football. That means we need people to hold on to football. Dylan Lowry, we picked him up last year. We gave him a shot. First time he runs, he loses the football. So, you know, we needed running backs who's gonna, you know, do their thing. You know, who gonna hold on to that football? Because we need people to hold on to that football. You feel me? So let's talk about the free agents that's still available, right? We're going to talk about the free agents that's still available. I'm only going to give 10 because I'm not going to sit here and give you a whole spiel on like 50 players or whatever, but I'm just going to give you about 10 of them. So, you got the top 10. Aaron Rodgers is still out there. We don't need no quarterback. Russell Wilson, even though I'm hearing Myles Garrett is pushing for him to go, is come to Cleveland, go to the Browns. But I was telling my son, like a couple days ago, like, if anybody who need to push on one of these quarterbacks is the Giants. He's a Giants fan, so, But, we got ours, though. You feel me? So I'm cool with that. But yeah, so you got Russell Wilson, then you got offensive tackle Cam Robinson. I gotta do some film on Cam Robinson. I don't really know too much about Cam. I gotta do some research on him. I know Sanjeet is the perfect person because he loves offensive linemen, and that's his specialty right there. Is evaluating offensive linemen. Like, he's that guy. He's a he does film breakdown too. He's one of the best at it. Make sure you go holler at him too. So yeah. Cam Robinson, I don't really know too much about. Mekhi Becton, guard, he just left the Eagles. I'm kind of skeptical on him because I really don't know how let me tell you, Philadelphia Eagles had one of the most stacked rosters in the NFL last year. Of course, they won the Super Bowl, right? So if your left tackle, your right tackle, your center, and your left guard is good, you have to be good. It don't even matter if you was trash the last 2 seasons. If you go to that team and that offensive line is good, you're just gonna wind up playing good. That's just how it is because you're being coached. It's how you're being coached, right? Now, if we can somehow take a chance on Mekhi Becton and he can give us what he gave us with Philadelphia Eagles, oh man, we got something there. But the next guy I'm finna talk about is Tevin Jenkins. Now, the reason why I know about Tevin Jenkins and I'm so high on Tevin Jenkins is, once again, my man Sanjeet. Sanjeet, I remember when Tevin Jenkins was coming out, Sanjeet was so high on him. Like, he was pushing for us to go and grab Tevin Jenkins, even though we didn't. Stupid. But he just loved Tevin Jenkins. Like, he says, like, he can move people. He's just a dog in the trenches, man. He's one of them ones in the trenches. And, unfortunately, Tevin Jenkins has been injured. So, but if we could get him back and healthy, and we be able to take a chance on him, say about like a 1-year prove-it deal, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, I think we can solidify the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Another guy I want to talk about is wide receiver Amari Cooper. Long Raider. I love Coop, man. Coop, he's been bounced around a couple times. Since he left us. He's been with Dallas, had some good years in Dallas, had maybe a good year or two with Cleveland. And then I think he got hurt last year, and I think Cleveland traded him last year mid-season. I know they traded him to the Bills. But Amari, he still got it, man. He's still fast. He still got them hands. He's still, he's still a great route runner. I always thought that Amari Cooper was a great route runner. Calais Campbell, he's still a dog in them trenches at D-tackle. He might not give you the old Calais Campbell production, but he can still give you production at the defensive tackle spot. Plus, it'll give us depth at the D-tackle spot position anyway. So, yeah, and Ashanti Samuel Jr. I've watched Ashanti Samuel for his whole career in the NFL due to he's a Chargers. He played with the Chargers, and we were rival to the Chargers. So, if he's been injured also. I think he needs to work on his tackling just a little bit, but shit. If Jack Jones can get better at tackling, I'm pretty sure he could do the same thing, right? Ball hawk could play man coverage, could play off man if I'm not mistaken also. So it's just really the tackling is just crazy. The tackling is crazy. Then you got Azeez Ojulari, a guy that came from the Giants. He's been injured fairly throughout his career. He's still young. He's been in the league for about, say, 3-4 years. So, also, if we could take a fight, if he could get healthy. I mean, once healthy, he's shown he can do his thing. He's shown he can rush the passer. He can play the run. I'd like to pick him up. I'd like to pick him up, So, what else? Who else? Elijah Moore, young receiver out of Cleveland. I think he had a bad stint with Cleveland because of the quarterback position. They don't have a quarterback over there. They're trash. Deshaun Watson's trash. Whoever else they got over there? Jameis Winston, double trash. Yeah. I don't know. I'd be pissed off too if I was Elijah Moore. But he still had good production. Like I said, he's fairly young. Only been in the league a few years. I think he'd be a sleeper for us. Plus, we need another receiver. We could go receiver. I'd rather get another receiver in the free agency than get one early in the draft. I think the receivers is only like a handful of receivers that's really good in this draft right now. And we'll talk about that in the next episode, because after this episode, I probably won't talk about free agency anymore. Probably if we pick up a few more people, then I might add them in. But if we don't, then I probably won't talk about free agency anymore after this. It'll be straight looking forward to the draft and who we gonna be picking. But Elijah Moore, man, I think he'll fit in perfect with what we want to do. He can go alongside Jacoby Myers. He can go, my man Big Brock Bowers, the biggest. You feel me? I think he'll fit in great. And I can't forget about Trey Tucker either. I think Trey Tucker is one of them ones. He gonna break out this year because he got a quarterback that can throw that rock downfield. Gino, we know. You feel me? So, yeah. But let's go to the last but not least. My top 5 free agents that I would like to pick up. But I had 5, but then I had 2 more that I wanted to pick up too also. So my number 1 guy, well, it's really not in order, but I just wrote it down. So my number 1 guy I would like us to pick up is Elijah Moore. Like I said before, dude, a dog, man. He was just at the wrong team with the wrong quarterbacks. I think now that we got our quarterback solidified and we know who we going into the season with, I think he'd fit in great with us. Tevin Jenkins, like I said, my man Sanjeet. Shout out Sanjeet. And make sure y'all go and check out the Las Vegas Raiders network, I believe it is, or the Las Vegas network. Check that out on YouTube. So yeah. But Tevin Jenkins, I would like if we get him healthy and he can show us what he can really do. I believe that Tevin Jenkins is gonna be one of them dudes. Like we'll solidify that offensive line. You know, we probably still gonna grab like maybe one or two in the draft. You know, but I think starting off right now, because we so called win now mode, Tevin Jenkins will be that guy to go along with the rest of the guys on that line. Number 3, Nick Chubb, man. I can't even believe nobody even picked him up yet. Like, Nick Chubb was a dog. I know he had 2 major crazy injuries, but shoot, I take it back to Adrian Peterson. Now, I'm not trying to compare, but I'm just comparing like injuries. Like, I know Adrian Peterson had bad injuries and then come back, have a really good season, and had another bad injury, come back and have another good season. So I believe that Nick Chubb can have a good season this year. He could be healthy. I'm not sure if he's all the way 100%, but shit, I take a 95% Nick Chubb over what we done had, you know. Alexander Madison, trash. Who else? I hate to say it, but my man Zamir White, trash. He played trash last year. He might do something this year, though, due to the play calling and the scheme, you know. So that's a person we need to look out to. Plus, you know, and then Sincere McCormick, he was not trash, but it was trash that he was going on a run and then he freaking got injured. So, and then, you know, we got, and then we just picked up Raheem Mostert. So we might not get Nick Chubb. That's cool. We don't. I ain't really sweating it if we don't. But I would like to I think it'd be dope if we bring him in, you know. But we'll probably grab somebody in the draft, maybe two running backs in the draft, maybe. Next dude, Stephon Diggs. Now, this is a guy, if we don't get Elijah Moore, I would like to bring him in at least maybe, let's see, maybe a 2-year deal, maybe a 1-year deal, something like that. I'd say like $12 million a year, something like that. 12, 13 million a year, we can get him at that range. But yeah, Stephon Diggs, I think he still got something left in the tank. He got a lot to prove too, and I think he want to show people like, look, I'm still him. You feel me? Like, I can still make it work, get it done, get it in. You hear me? So yeah, Stephon Diggs, man, and I think he fit perfect, especially in Chip Kelly's offense. And Jacoby Myers, then you got Stephon Diggs, Trey in the slot. Like, come on, bro. Then you got Brock, the biggest, Bowers. Come on, bro. That's a good offense right there. And then, you know, Raheem Mostert and whoever we drafted in the backfield with Geno, we know. Come on. That's going to be fine. And like I said, so my fifth guy right now is Ashanti Samuel. Now, I think we could do something with Asante Samuel. Like, I think Asante Samuel can come in and mentor some of the young guys, and if he can stay healthy and get back to the old Santi, you know what I'm saying? Just like his pops, because his pops was a dog too. So we get him in there, man. We looking all right, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Defense probably looking good. Von Miller. Now, I know people gonna be like, what? Von Miller, this nigga old, this, that, and third. Listen, Von Miller still can give you by at least good 5-6 sacks. He can give you by good. Maybe he give you 5 to 7 sacks. 8. Who knows? But the man's still a dog, bro. Don't care how old the man is. He's still productive. He don't have to start because we got Tyree and we still got Malcolm brought Malcolm back, so he won't need to start. He'd be straight. You know what I'm saying? He could teach some of the young guys too. And look at here, we can have that pass rush summit that he always be having on the offseason. It could always be in Vegas for however long we signed to. We signed to a 1-year deal or 2-year deal. Shoot, look, we can have that summit in Vegas for about a good 1 to 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be a solid pickup right there, a little dope pickup. And last but not least, Mekhi Becton. Now I don't really know what's going on with him. Like if he want to play tackle, guard. I don't know if he's trying to get that tackle money or he want to still play guard. But I think he'll be a solid pick for us. I don't know about DJ Glaze. I know that he was solid last year, even though he was a rookie. He still needs time to grow. But yeah, even if we don't get Mekhi Becton, I'm cool with my guy. I'm cool with DJ Glaze. I'm cool with him. So I don't really, But that was just, the picks that was still available that I think that we could get or we should, Even if we don't pick up anybody else, I still think we had a good off season so far. And I think all we gotta do is just continue to build up into the draft and then have a great draft and see how this season go, But yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Like, subscribe, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. It's gonna keep it going. Gonna keep me going. Yeah, man. I'd just like to thank everybody, who basically influenced me to do this podcast. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to do this years ago, but I just, at the time, I didn't have the drive. I didn't know if I would be good at doing it, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I started watching, cats like Wasted Talent, Graphic Raider. Shout out to all of them, man. And make sure y'all go and subscribe to them and their channel, the Wasted Talent Unlimited Network, Raiders Network. Go holler at him. He's another dope content creator. Graphic Raider, Las Vegas Raiders Network podcast. Go holler at him. He's another dope content creator. Raider Honcho, dope content creator for the Raiders. Hammer, another dope content creator for the Raiders. It's a lot. If I forgot about y'all, get y'all in the next video.
Yeah. Stokes. We in the building. TheYurpJerz music.